Thank you and good afternoon. So first of all, an update of our latest figures. We've now tested just under 1,500 cases or people on the island and have a total of 191 that are now positive. So that's our positivity rate. Encouragingly, 40 people have recovered completely, so we've got 40 completely recovered, and today we have 5 people in our hospital, none of whom are in intensive care. So that's a summary of where we are. Now, every day, or every time I come and talk to you, I try and think of a topic that I've been asked about or you've asked me about. And this week or today, it's about what my primary care colleagues have asked me. So one of the things that they're particularly concerned about is the identification of patients who are shielding. Now, shielding, of course, is our particularly vulnerable group of individuals. These are people that are very immunosuppressed for some reason, who are currently receiving chemotherapy, who have severe respiratory tract conditions. Some of them have inherited metabolic disorders. So they really are very vulnerable. And these people should be shielding, so should be out of contact for the duration of what's going on at the moment. So we think that's going to be about 3 months. Now, they're concerned. They've been trying to identify these people through their own practice records. What they asked me to say is if anyone who feels that they've fallen into a shielding criteria and haven't received a letter, please do contact your GP practice. Really important, because they're very anxious that they give the appropriate care and advice to you. So you can get information on who should be shielding on gov.gg/coronavirus in the over 65s and vulnerable section. So really important that we identify those people to make sure that we give the appropriate advice. Testing continues to proceed very well. We do 2 to 3 runs a day now. We take the last run off at about 10, 11 in the evening. So again, the pathology staff are literally working around the clock. We then produce the updated figures every morning. So we're trying to give the most updated data we can every single morning. I think that's important because we want to share the information we have. I've also been asked about the category that we've introduced on suspected or presumptive deaths. Now, from my point of view, this is all about trying to be open and transparent with you. And so we have the groups of individuals that are proven coronavirus deaths. Now, proven coronavirus deaths, we've tested them in the laboratory and we've detected the virus. That's absolutely clear. But there are other groups of individuals that have either tested negative or haven't been tested at all, who we think clinically they've got coronavirus, usually through contact with a case. And I think that's really important that we include those people in. So that might be, for example, the main cause of death might be bronchopneumonia, but then with a possible underlying cause of COVID-19. So that then just tries to make our data as complete as possible. Now, clearly, we might overcount cases under these circumstances, but we would rather get as complete a picture as we can as we go through these really unprecedented times in our healthcare service. And so we're always looking to how we can make our data as comprehensive as possible. And again, what I would ask you to all be aware of, this is different to what is being reported in the UK. So we're reporting confirmed and presumptive cases. And I think that's important when we consider the facts and figures that we've got within our bailiwick. So I think those are my main summaries for today.
Sure.
Thank you.
Just on that question of deaths, one of the things we've talked about is actually separating out those that die in hospital, which is what would be picked up and reported in the UK, versus those that are confirmed positive but die outside hospital, which of course have not been identified in the UK, so that it gives a better comparison. So that's something that will be reported going forward.
So we'll start reporting on that within the next 24 hours. So certainly by the end of the weekend we would have separated those two groups out. And again, I think it's important. We want to report our data comprehensively, but we also want you to have it in a format that is comparable to other jurisdictions. So we want to present it in a data that is clearly understandable to everyone. But I really want it comprehensive because I want to capture as much data as I can, because that's the only way we will stay on top of what is or keep abreast of what is happening.